Strike a pose.
Welcome back to Jump Scare Saturday, guys, the show where we react to scary videos sent in by you guys by following me on Twitter at Ronnie_Ayo. Send me a link to the scariest video you know using the hashtag JumpScareSaturday. A little scarce on the entries this week, huh? Go ahead and grab yourself some snacks. Today's random sub shout out goes to Gamis Official. Appreciate your support. Our first video is Smiling Woman, uploaded by Wansee Entertainment. The story was sent to us by Evie Pity. Thank you so much for your contribution to the show. I appreciate you. Just one question. Did you strike a pose on that like button yet? I knew you did. I don't even know why I asked.
I was 10 years old, and I was home alone. But that wasn't a big deal because we lived in a small city. My mom and dad were at my grandma's house. I couldn't go because I was sick. It was around 9 p.m. when I was about to go to sleep. My room was really small, and it only had one window facing my bed. That window to me was kind of scary, because when you're a little kid, your imagination can sometimes go wild. At that time, it wasn't my imagination, though. Like I said, I was about to go to bed when I heard a loud scream coming from outside. It was really scary. But I tried to be quiet so I could listen to what was going on outside. Nothing was happening, though. It was really quiet. Like nothing had happened at all. Quieter than normal, actually. Some time had passed, and everything seemed okay, so I just laid down and tried to sleep. 1 hour later, I heard that loud scream again.
Oh my God.
But this time, it seemed to be closer.
You don't know that I called the police as a kid?
I was so freaked out, I couldn't even move. 30 minutes later,
I'm out the bed,
again,
son.
the same scream.
Oh my God.
At that point, I was about to cry. I don't know why, but that scream wasn't just a scream. It was at this high pitch, and it was just so creepy. Finally, 15 minutes later, I saw something at that window. It was a really skinny woman, and she seemed so happy for some reason. She was smiling, and her smile was so big and creepy. When I saw her, I started crying, and she started screaming again. I was horrified. She was just looking at me, smiling and screaming for the whole night. The next morning, my parents came back home, and I told them everything. They called the police, and the police found out that my window, that was facing my bed, was broken. But it didn't seem like it was broken with some sort of weapon, but as if it were broken by a really high pitch.
Yeah, imagine that. Let me know in the comments if you believe in some of these urban tales. Me, myself, I don't really know too many to speak of, but something like this, bro, where I'm from, that woman would have she would have had a bad night running around screaming in the neighborhood like that where I'm from. I'm just saying, that's just. Our next film, and every other film for the rest of the show, were all picked by me. You're welcome. Jump in at any time. This film is called The Lover, uploaded to us by Fun Size Horror.
Hey, it's Brad. I'm planning to come by and get my stuff. You and I both know this is for the best. Please don't be around when I come by.
Brad breaking up. Dang, that's cold-blooded. How you tell somebody that? That's not cool, Brad. She done downed a whole bottle of sparkling grapefruit juice, kids. You shouldn't even be trying. Go ahead and give that little side hobby up. That's stalker status. She's smelling his old sweatshirts.
I'm planning to come by and get my stuff.
Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you.
This is for the best. It's Brad. It's Brad. You're around when I come by. I'm planning to come by.
Is she playing the same voicemail over and over?
Hey, it's Brad. Don't be around. Stop by and get my stuff.
Right, you might have did yourself a favor, Holmes. That's so painful. Don't do that. Right. Snap out of it. You're better than that. See? Doing too much. Go ahead, sit down. Be humble. Take a breather. Oh, it's not worth it, yo. Eee, cover your eyes. She is mad. Oh, don't do it. I know what you're thinking. Don't do it.
I can't keep it.
You can't keep it. Just keep the ring. Save my eyes. How's your day going? I'ma just. You keep the volume on. Look away right now. I'm gonna tell you when to turn back. Cause me, myself, I don't even want to see this. But for the people who do, I'm gonna let this play. I'm not even rewinding. We know what's going on. Yeah! Oh! Oh my God! Why? What is this? What is this now? You done transformed into a cadaver? You a zombie? Okay, y'all can turn back around now. It's all good. I got you. I understand. What is going on, bro?
Here's your stuff.
Oh, she done already got him. See, I knew it. You never leave it, Brad. You should have just stayed with her.
This is yours too.
Uh-oh.
Isn't it?
No, it's not. That's not mine. I've never seen that knife in my life. Oh! It's a wrap. She just cut the ties off his mouth, kids. That's all that just happened. That's probably not what happened, huh? Dang!
Put you away later.
Put you away later? Mark Francis. Wait, what? David? Oh, she's stacking up bodies out here. Y'all saw her face, right? I'll see this woman at your job, at the bar, even at wherever, daycare, school, go the other way. She's not good for you, okay? I'm letting y'all know this right now. Our next film is Animated Scary Rescue Stories, uploaded to us by Room 66.
Hello all. I've been a search and rescue officer for over 15 years now. And along the way, I've seen some things that I think you guys will be interested in. One of the scariest things that has ever happened to me involved the search for a young woman who'd gotten separated from her hiking group. We were out until late at night, searching and searching for her, till it started to get pitch black, and once it goes dark in those woods, it's really hard to see anything. Because the dogs had picked up her scent, we found her. She was curled up under a large rotted log. She was missing her shoes and pack, and she was clearly in shock. She didn't have any injuries, and we were able to get her to walk with us back to base ops. Along the way, she kept looking behind us and asking why that big man with black eyes was following us. We couldn't see anyone, so we just wrote it off as some weird symptom of shock. But the closer we got to base, the more agitated this woman got.
Right.
She kept asking me to tell him to stop making faces at her. At one point, she stopped and turned around and started yelling into the forest, saying that she wanted him to leave her alone. She wasn't going to go with him, she said, and she wouldn't give us to him. We finally got her to keep moving, but we started hearing these noises coming from all around
Why
us.
is she walking like
but
that?
louder
Oh
from
my
behind.
god, bro.
It was almost like talking, but more rhythmic
I'm
and
trying
deeper.
to get into spirits, bro.
It was almost insect-like. I don't really know how else to describe it. When we were within a mile of base ops, the woman turns to me, and her eyes are about as wide as I can imagine a human could open them. She touches my shoulder and says, "He says to tell you to speed up. He doesn't like to look at the scar on your neck."
Man, this shit crazy.
I have a very small scar on the base of my neck, but it's mostly hidden under my collar, and I have no idea how this woman saw it. Right after she says it, I hear that weird coughing right in my ear, and I just about jumped out of my skin.
We out of here. I believe
hustled
you.
through the
Let's
ops,
go.
trying not to show how freaked I was. But I have to say, I was really happy when we left the area that night. Another time, I was teamed up with another search and rescue officer because we'd received reports of bears in the area. We were looking for a guy who hadn't come home from a climbing trip when he was supposed to, and we ended up having to do some serious climbing to get to where we figured he'd be. We found him trapped in a small crevice with a broken leg. It wasn't pleasant. He had been there for almost 2 days, and his leg was very obviously infected. We were able to get him into a chopper, and I heard from one of the EMTs that the guy was absolutely inconsolable. He kept talking about how he had been doing fine, and when he had gotten to the top, a man had been there.
What?
He said the guy had no climbing equipment, and he was wearing a parka and ski pants. He walked up to the guy, and when the guy turned around, he said the guy had no face.
What?
It was just blank. He freaked out and ended up trying to get off of the mountain too fast, which is why he had fallen. He said he could hear the guy all night climbing down the mountain and letting out these horrible muffled screams. That story bothered the hell out of me, and I'm glad I wasn't there to hear it.
Yeah.
This last one I'll tell you is probably the weirdest story I have. Now, I don't know if this is true in every search and rescue unit, but in mine, it's sort of an unspoken, regular thing we run into. You can try asking about it with other search and rescue officers, but even if they know what you're talking about, they probably won't say anything about it. We've been told not to talk about it by our superiors, and at this point, we've all gotten so used to it that it doesn't even seem weird to us anymore. On just about every case where we're really far into the wilderness, I'm talking 30 or 40 miles, at some point, we'll find a staircase in the middle of the woods.
Okay.
It's almost like if you took the stairs from your house, you cut them out, and you put them in the forest. I asked about it the first time I saw some, and the other officer just told me not to worry about it, that it was normal.
No, I need to know
Everyone
what's going
I asked said the same thing. I wanted to go check them out, but I was told very empathically that I should never go anywhere near them.
Yeah.
I just sort of ignore them now when I run into them because it happens so frequently.
Not so much scary, but more thought-provoking. Let me know if you believe that last story about the stairs in the woods. That one's kind of crazy. I believe it. Our next film is Man on a Train horror short by Many Nightmares Official.
I know, but I was
What
in
language
this
are they
stupid
speaking?
thing of being like scared.
Oh, okay. They speaking English. This is very all together. See, if yawns is contagious, I'm gonna need you to stop yawning, lady.
Okay, so how long did it take?
What? I just need to like go through it because I honestly, it was like all a bit of a blur actually. So it was like in front of the camera and everything's fine, right? Like we're shooting and like he's
My headphones
being
are
really
rattling
positive.
right now.
Like, it was getting a bit weird, some of the positions, but I was like, whatever. And he was like, positions. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll walk around the back of the So yeah, and then he wanted me to look at the pictures. So I went round to his side of the camera and it was so weird. Like he just so slowly put his hand around my back. Why didn't you call me? Well, obviously I wasn't.
Yeah,
going to
like
call
I
you.
would.
Like,
I met
stop.
over
This is
that
the problem.
training
This is
week.
what I'm having in my head.
Yeah,
I can't do.
I was following around like for the
I
whole
should
week.
have obviously done something.
Why
I
is
should
she
stop.
So like
all in everybody conversation?
Put forward 2 months later.
Is that you? Let me know in the comments if you that type that just stays quiet and listen to everybody else.
Like, I obviously.
Yeah.
Of course you're not wrong.
Yeah, before we went to Australia, we finally gave it to me. Right, so I sent her a message. Grand.
I just feel like.
We'll go for a few drinks, right? Now, we're having drinks. She's asking me like, where do you work? I say I work at Casey's, and she says, no way. I was chatting to a guy like 2 weeks ago who said he worked for Casey's. I was like,
I can feel it, man. What's about to happen? It's in my soul. Everybody's gone. Just like that. I'm about to be the next one gone. Not about to sit here waiting. No, sir. Ain't no mysterious coincidence. Y'all not stopping. Y'all just, y'all rolling. Man. Don't look anymore. Don't look anymore. Don't look anymore. Oh my God, bro. You gotta be the jump scare of the millennium. I can feel it. I want to take a sip of this water, but I already know. He about to be so close. He about to be so close. Oh my God, bro. Oh, wow. Is that his face? Wait, where's your cell phone at, lady? You need to go ahead and call 911. I'm about to try to talk my way through this jump scare of the millennium that's about to happen. If y'all don't like jump scares, y'all go ahead and turn around. I'm gonna let y'all know. Here it comes. It ain't gonna be too many more of these little scenes. She getting teary-eyed, girl. Use your cell phone. I'm sitting here holding my heart because it's about to pop out my chest. I already know. Oh, he's right next to her. Thank God y'all didn't end that the way I thought you would. Mini Nightmares official, you're the GOAT for not pulling off the world's craziest jump scare like you could have. And I probably would have died on camera. Our next film is For All That Is Holy, uploaded by Horror Stories Anime. Third time on the channel, third time on this show. If you guys are looking for good stories, these guys upload 2, 3, 4 times a week. Get the link, send it to me. I'm just saying, please. Okay.
I know better than to run everywhere.
Right.
In some ways, it made the nation seem bigger.
Sad.
Now you'd have thought I was being visited by a Bigfoot with the size and shape of this thing. I've seen them before. Trust me, I'm a believer. But this face wasn't like that at all. The face reminded me of more of a dog because it had a snout. A muzzle, if you will. The torso was very human, despite being covered in fur that looked thickly matted and poorly kept. This creature or being, whatever you call it, had ears that were very pointy and kind of reminded me of elves that you see in fantasy fan fiction and movies. Very long, pointed ears. Except these were on the top of its head.
Sounds
pointed
like
upwards and very sharp with little
werewolf?
Tufts of hair
That's
at the
what it's
end of
called.
each.
Werewolf.
It showed its teeth at the sight of me, shining my light on it.
That's a big
I
bang
got to
she
see
got there,
just
sir.
how yellow they were, and they were grossly sharp. The longer I looked, the more terrified and traumatized I grew. And some deep down instinct inside me told me that I should not take any chances with whatever this was.
True. You
In
should
fact,
probably get out of there.
I believe it was the same fear that a mouse has for a cat, even if that mouse has never seen a cat before in its life.
Right.
It was a predatory prey instinct. And in this case, I was the prey. It didn't appear to like my light, so I clicked the brightness selector up a notch and shined it directly in its face.
Okay, good call.
That time it winced and began a strange sort of clicking, whining noise, as if you were going to hurt it. It was like a whimper, but kind of a scream. It was strange, and I can't really describe it. I prayed on the spot that this was some sort of joke all in my mind, that this thing bearing its teeth, dripping with saliva, had convinced me that I was looking at the real deal. A horrible, horrible looking werewolf. Except I didn't believe in werewolves. So this had to be something else. And I kept the light shined in its eyes, and it appeared to drive it crazy. It paced back and forth, and I didn't dare let the light leave its face for an instant. Its pace grew faster, and it was getting more and more frustrated. And I braced myself for this thing to pounce, but it never did. Instead, it growled and finally bolted away. I had to make a decision, sleep until sunup or leave right then. Both seemed like very bad options. I stayed put, but you can bet I didn't sleep at all for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
So how does a creature like that stay hidden in a state like Indiana, where there's so much wide open space to be seen? I just can't help but think I was lucky that I was able to fend it off with just a light. I mean, what do you think? I look back at the story and think, had I tried to run like any normal sane person, this thing would have chased me down, and I would be nothing but a carcass being fed on somewhere in the middle of nowhere. I felt like my only saving grace in that moment was keeping that light on that thing's face. I don't know why, but it seemed to pacify it for the time being, until it got too agitated and ran off.
Let me know in the comments if you believe in any of those urban legends like werewolves or Sasquatch, or I'd love to hear. It's a pretty interesting story, not the scariest. We do have one coming up next, which I think will be a real banger. Our next film is The Quiet Zone, uploaded by Screamfest. Can I call you tonight? I miss you. Nope. Not tonight. I have a report to finish. Ooh, I knew she was going to get him. I knew she was going to dog. Yeah, shake it off. Focus on your business. Uh-oh, you about to doze off. Those be the best naps, though, when you take a nap on the bus. Oh my God, why is that whistling so alarming to her? You know? Is it the gloves that's throwing you off? Oh my God! Mister, this sign says... I don't understand the correlation between the scribbling and the distraction. His whistling is bothering you that bad? Get you some headphones.
For God's sake, will you be quiet?
What is that? Oh! It's going down.
The next station is Bates Hill.
Where's he at? What's up with buses today? Girl, you are big brave. I'll be looking over my shoulders every 30 seconds. You might want to call your homeboy and say, yeah, I need you tonight. Why don't these people use their cell phones? Bro, you tripping. Seek assistance. Need to be hitting one of the blue lights. I don't see nobody in the background. Oh, you super paranoid. What is going on, man? Hop the gate. I guess she feel like if she passed through, she can pass through. You might be wrong. He might be lurking. She about to have a full heart attack. I'm gonna have one with her. All right. Uh-oh. We got a big malfunction going on. I'm looking too. All this noise. You had to drop all your stuff just to do that? You should have just went over. Why you go under? Oh, you in the worst spot now, boy. You just put yourself in a way worse position. It's dark as heck in there. Right. Uh-oh. May I have my phone back, please, sir? May I have my phone? What? It's about to be over for you, homegirl. You about to car key him to death? Girl, bye. Watch him pop up right behind you out the light. You about to die over a cell phone? I'm gonna risk my life for this phone. She a nervous wreck, man. It's coming soon. Come on, it's too dark, man. Leave that phone alone. That phone ain't worth nothing but $50. That's little. I can tell that's a Galaxy S5 right there. Look at it. Good night. You seen your phone? Oh! His lips are sewn together. Oh, now you can't talk. What is that? Oh! You can't talk, homegirl. Why are you torturing these people? That's a female too? Is that her in that outfit? Is she playing both roles? Yeah! Oh my goodness, it was just a dream. Them train naps be the best, boy. That's. Uh-oh. She's about to relive this whole thing all over again.
The next station is Bates Hill.
Deja vu. Oh my goodness. You in deja vu land. Why she look at her like that? What is going on? Oh. You just go, good night. You gonna go back to sleep, huh? No, never. He at your window. Well, my friends, it's gonna wrap it up for this week's Jump Scare Saturday. I think the videos I picked were pretty okay, but you know what I'm missing? Scares, okay? I need you guys to help me out. Please, follow me on Twitter, Ronnie_Ayo. Send me a link to the scariest video you know using the hashtag JumpScareSaturday. I like your video gets picked and you get a shout out. What can be better than that? But in the meantime, if you like this series, you want to see more like it, don't forget to strike the pose on that like button. Subscribe now to join the AYOFAM. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Bye. Perfect.
Supreme victory!